What's going on, everybody? Just finished watching the fight with Mikey Garcia and Martin. You know what I mean? Just finished watching this fight. I think this was a pretty big upset. I don't know anyone who picked Sandor Martin to beat Mikey Garcia. I don't know anybody, right? Last year in February, Mikey Garcia, beat Jesse Vargas, who I think is a solid fighter, 147. Won comfortably, in my opinion. I kind of expected that same Mikey Garcia tonight. But Sandor Martin, brother, like comes out and outboxes Mikey Garcia. I mean, that's basically what it is. He wasn't doing anything spectacular, but he was countering Mikey. Mikey couldn't find the right hand to save his life. It got taken away from him. Mikey looked lethargic. Mikey looked slow in there. Mikey looked like he was just going through the motions. And look, no doubt, Sandor has a lot to do with that. It's the opponent. It's all cause and effect, right? But look, the fact that Sandor is from Spain, a foreigner in United States soil, the fact that he was a big underdog, the fact that there's a lot of money in Mikey. I mean, remember, $7 million or some crazy shit like that to fight Jesse Vargas. Who knows how much they paid him here? They had fireworks. They had all types of shit, right? I am trying to figure out like what they thought. I don't know, like what Mikey said on the post fight. He's been sparring. He says he's been in. I don't know. He definitely let himself go. I saw him a couple months ago. He was definitely out of shape. Mikey Garcia, okay, needs to, look. It looks like on the zone, guys. There's a confrontation with the Haneys and the Lopez's. By the way, I don't know what that's about.
If anything pops up, guys, I got you. I'll protect you, okay?
Thank God you're here.
They're shaking hands or whatever, but I don't know what's going on actually.
In their early 20s that need to fight. The WBC created this dumpster fire when they created the franchise belt. They forced these two guys to fight via mandatory, and we can get it in early 2022.
Hey, I think Haney looks kind of upset because he lost the payday, man. Like a lot of money got flushed down the toilet tonight, right? Look, they shook hands. I don't know what that's about. So they put on the show, then they shake hands. They're still talking smack. Man. Wow. It's crazy, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Okay. Anyway, that was interesting. Eddie Hearn's in the middle of it all. Security guards telling Eddie Hearn to go. And he's like, yo, I'm the dude running the shit. Very, very interesting. Anyway, I don't know what that was about. I'm sure there'll be video of it somewhere. Maybe Ali Setback. Somebody probably caught the footage, and you'll see it on the internet somewhere. Back to this fight, man. That is the worst I've ever seen Mikey Garcia. By far. That is the worst he's ever looked. Even in the loss with Spence, you could at least, he didn't look good in the Spence fight, but you could at least say he lost to Errol Spence. Like, he was undersized. Spence was a lot bigger, right? But this definitely has me questioning the Spence win. Like, is the Spence win really aging well? This isn't going to it's not aging well now, is it? It's not aging well now, so it's just one of those things, man. Man, that was interesting. I agree, JC. Mikey Garcia. I'm not gonna go that far, man. And why I know he said he doesn't have it anymore. It's time to retire. God damn, bro. No, I'm not gonna go that far. Um, I'm not gonna go that far, but look, Mikey could say that he's been training and all that. Brother, you didn't look good, man. You know? You didn't look good. And I'm just gonna flat out say that right now. Drizzy, I disagree. I think Mikey was very solid at you know, like he was. But he's way out of his element right here. You know? He's just way out of his element at this point. Um, so if I look at something here, Mikey Garcia used to fight at featherweight, guys. Okay? Mikey Garcia used to fight at featherweight. So he was an IBF what was an IBF? Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. So he beat Orlando Salido for the WBO title at 126. I want everybody to think about that for a moment. Okay? I mean, he fought at 126, right? 130, 135. Then the dude went. He fought a couple times at catch weights, right? And then he fought at 147. He fought Robert Easter at 135 just in 2018. I think he looked great in the Robert Easter fight. You know what I mean? He fought Adrian Broner at 139. Lipinets, that was at 140. Okay, that was for the IBF title. I think he looked good in that fight. But then, but even in those fights, even at 140, Mikey wasn't the same, guys. He just wasn't the same. Like, he was okay. That's when he was okay. That's when he was solid. As a welterweight, he's okay. But 126, Mikey could hit like a Mack truck. You know what I mean? At 130, Mikey was solid. At 135, it was solid. There was a time where at 135, I felt he could beat Lomachenko. Okay? But now, for some reason, he moved up in weight. He wanted to fight Spence. Okay? And look at how he looked now. Like, he didn't look good. Like point blank, period. He didn't look good in this fight. He got outboxed in this fight. I scored it 6 rounds to 4 for Martin. And I thought the 6 rounds he lost were like solidly lost. I give him like a swing round. So like this was a terrible performance by Mikey. He needs to evaluate what he wants to do. Like that's just a reality. Mikey Garcia needs to consider retirement. So I'm not saying Manuel Waters completely wrong, right? But he should consider it. If look, man, if you can't make 140, forget it. If Mikey cannot make 140 pounds, forget it, bro. This wasn't even Martin went up in weight to fight you, brother. You know what I mean? He looked in terrible shape, and he's never looked good at welterweight. He's carrying too much weight. Mikey needs to drop to 140, and he needs to discipline himself. He's going to have to come back up, man. I don't want to see Mikey fight Devin Haney. I don't want to see Mikey fight anybody. I don't even know if he would have beaten Gamboa tonight. I don't even know if Mikey would have beaten anybody. I mean, sadly, if that wasn't Martin, but Devin Haney in there, and it's the same fight, my God, we wouldn't hear the end of it. Oh, Devin Haney, I'll box him. Like, you know what I mean? But I think first order of business, I think he should rematch Martin. and show everybody that this was a fluke victory. That's first order business. Right? Like I think that's like go back, undo this, dominate Martin in the rematch, and show he just had a bad night. You know? And I think that's a start. But I don't want to hear about Mikey fighting Josh Taylor anymore. I don't want to hear about Mikey fighting. Remember they were talking about him fighting Manny Pacquiao? Imagine that was Manny Pacquiao in the ring. Now, granted, you could always argue, well, DStyle, I mean, he would have prepared better for Pacquiao. He would have been in better shape. And yeah, bro, but this just isn't like this weight class. It's not for him, man. Like, it just isn't. Like, it's time for him to go to 140. Avenge. Martin's from 140 anyway. Avenge this loss as a start. Okay. And if you can't, you're done. You know what I mean? Then you're done. Well, Shaka, he was relatively unknown. Mike Garcia also, if he's going to be in it, you got to be active. You got to stay in shape, boxing shape. He looked pudgy in there, bro. Like dad bod and shit. Like, what the hell's going on over here? Manny Pacquiao would have taken him out in 3 rounds or less in this fight. I'm just telling you that right now. And I think there's something to be said, guys. Like when you give a boxer a big payday, he got a payday against Spence on pay-per-view. I don't remember how much he made against Spence. If anybody knows his purse, put it on here. And then he got a big payday to fight Jesse Vargas. He got paid a ridiculous amount of money. One has to question, like, do we blame somebody that gets all that money and just enjoys life? And it's like, okay, I've been boxing my whole life. Do I want to stay in the gym like that? So Till says Mikey was literally about to call her and cancel the show a month prior, but then heard they were going to give Bam a title shot. So he kept, the dates. That lets you know he was not motivated. He wasn't motivated, bro. Like there's something missing with Mikey, I think, I think Mikey Garcia I think his best days might be behind him. His best days might be behind him. Like Mikey Garcia really needs to sit down and really kind of evaluate what he wants, and look, at the end of the day, Mikey Garcia is 33 years old right now. You got like a 4-year or so window to do something, right? You have to start, analyzing this. Like, what do you want to do? And it's okay. Look, if Mikey Garcia doesn't want to take it serious no more, he just wants to enjoy life, enjoy the fruits of his labor, and be like, look, man, I just want to live life. Give me a plato of tacos and shit, carne asada, hang out with my friends, play corridos. There's nothing wrong with that. He could do that if he wants, invest his money in some other stuff. But then at that point, yes, it is time for him to just retire, right? Like, you have to live this sport. Saul Canelo Alvarez, right, lives in the fucking gym. Nobody makes the money Saul Canelo Alvarez makes, but he's always in the gym. He stays out of trouble, right? He stays. Right now, he's active. He's a student of the game. Surrounds himself with other champions and mentors, up and comers. The other Garcia, Ryan, right? That's the former heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz, and whatever it is, like he's motivated. He lives and breathes the sport. Now that's not the only way to do it. Look, a lot of greats like Duran would go. They would go on a bench, and then but then when it was time for camp, they would go to the camp and they would do their thing. Now, I will say this: after the first Leonard fight, Duran was never the same. He was all cut up the first fight, and he was a little pudgy the second fight. And moving forward, he was right. That's why he fought in higher weight classes after that. But Mikey's no Duran. You know what I mean? Duran can show up with that body and like knock out Martin in 4 rounds. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. Like I think you need to show more dedication, right? And that's just the way that is. I fear that this might be it, guys. I think Mikey Garcia is done. I'm not saying he should retire, but I'm saying he might retire. I think Mikey Garcia put out a very disappointing performance. I think he's delusional if he thought he won. I get like maybe you wanted the judge to be very what's the word I'm looking for? Considerate towards you. You know what I mean? But I didn't hear and look, I'm usually not very critical of Robert Garcia, but where was like keeping it real? Like he didn't keep it real with Mikey. You know? Where was the that's the word I'm looking for. Urgency. Where was the urgency? You know, where was it? It wasn't there. So I don't know if Robert just kind of knew. But let me tell you something, man. If he fought Devin Haney tonight, I still don't think Haney would have stopped him, but Haney would have whitewashed him, right? Teofimo Lopez, even at 135, if he moved up to 140, would have probably knocked him out. Okay. Josh Taylor would have destroyed him in under 4 rounds from what I saw. Okay. He wouldn't have beaten Jose Ramirez, even though they're boys, but it wasn't going to happen. Regis Progress would have destroyed him tonight. Like, this was not a good version of Mikey at all. Mikey Garcia, I mean, needs to really start thinking about what he wants here. You know, what do you want? Do you or do you not want this? You know, you can't just come back to get a payday, man. I'm just sick and tired of fighters doing that. We could use that money for other fights and other fighters that haven't had their opportunity yet. So, shout out to Sandor Martin. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I thought Martin was just a white dude from here. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this is from Spain? Like, what the hell's going on over here, right? That was just funny. But shout out to Martin. Did his thing. Maybe Mad Dog, man, maybe Robert did spike the water. You know what I mean? I don't know. I got to keep it real, man. Mikey didn't look good. I texted a couple people. You know what? Mikey did not win this fight. I hope the judges get it right. I had a bad feeling they were not going to get it right. I had this, I don't know if you guys felt the same. I had this feeling that they would announce Mikey Garcia the winner. And I felt I was going to come on here and be pissed and angry. But luckily the judges got it right. You know what I mean? I'm glad they got it right. That's all I'll say. You know? And they let him have his moment. The crowd was very silent when they announced the winner. It was like a funeral in there, or out there, I should say, at the baseball stadium. I'm guessing there was maybe 3,000 or 4,000 people there at most, but it was extremely silent. It was like a funeral. It was supposed to be the big comeback of Mikey Garcia. And I think sometimes boxing, she's a hell of a mistress. She'll let you know that you're fucking around if you do it wrong. You know, just saying. I hear you, Boxing Yoda. I'm sure somebody somewhere caught it on camera. It's going to be somewhere on the internet. Like that exchange is going to be somewhere. Um, so I guess Google it, search it here. Exchange on the zone, deal female Haney, whatever. Just Google that. Hit my like button, guys, please. Mikey, I think this would be my plan if Mikey were to come back. Right? Question number one: are you going to be dedicated? You know what I mean? Are you going to be dedicated moving forward? Second, rematch with Martin. Go out there, show everybody he's not at your level. It was a fluke. You weren't motivated, and show us in the flesh, show us they could beat this guy. Third, the third thing, stay active. I don't care. After that, I don't care if he fights Joe Blow. I don't care if he fights Mad Dog, Man in Water, and LT after that, as long as he stays active, okay? And then he could get some W's, right? And hopefully he doesn't get beat by one of those dudes. And then you start stepping him up. Like, it's gonna have to be like a 2-year thing of activity, and then maybe a title shot, right? But I just think there needs to be. This guy just said Mikey needs to hire Malik Scott. I don't know about that, right? But he needs to definitely reevaluate himself. And it has to start with that rematch. He needs to avenge that loss. I don't want to see Mikey back without avenging that loss. And you got to fight him at his weight class because you belong at 140 anyway. Okay? Fight Sandor Martin in his weight class, 140 pounds. And you beat him and you proved to us that was a fluke. I'm just saying. Now, Setback, I have a feeling Setback probably caught that exchange, by the way. Okay? So it's going to be somewhere. I want to see it too, guy. I want to see that exchange. I want to know what was said. So this fight, Joe Lopez, 40 ounce, was at a catch weight of 145 pounds. And according to what Santel said, he was trying to he wanted out of the fight a month before. This motherfucker did not want to have a boxing fight. This dude was enjoying life. I don't blame him, right? A lot of us would do the same thing. You just want $7 million. I mean, you're probably gonna go party. You're probably gonna go on, on a binge. You're probably gonna enjoy life. That's what Mikey did. Like, Mikey had I just enjoyed life and I let myself go for 2 years. Look, that's pretty much what it was. Anybody know what Mikey made in the Spence fight? Did anybody post it? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. I can't quite find. Look. He made $7 million with fucking Jesse, bro. Like, and then whatever he made against Spence, it was 2 million, 3 million. I don't even know, right? I don't know what he made against Spence for some reason. I don't know why I don't know, but. So I guess they made $8 million a piece. Like, Garcia and Spence got paid $8 million each. So he made $8 million against Spence, and then he got $7 million for fucking Vargas. No mames, the dude made $15 million too. This dude was enjoying life, bro. Like, this dude was. Mikey Garcia was enjoying the fuck out of life. Like, that's what he was doing. Okay. Which is fine, but it's not good if you want to come back and box. Okay. Like, you have to live a fighter's lifestyle. All right. You have to live a fighter's lifestyle. Martin went in there. This guy probably lives a fighter's lifestyle. He came in. He knew this was the opportunity of a lifetime, and he seized the moment, right? Mikey Garcia probably wasn't thinking that way. I'm just saying. And I hate to say this because, look, I want fighters to get paid and all that, and, hey, get your bag, right? But guys, like a lot of these promoters, like you got to really think about how much you want to pay these guys. If you pay them a certain amount, a lot of these guys could like retire with that. Okay, people could like retire with 7 million. You could just retire, bro. You could live off the fucking interest in the fucking bank. You know? God damn it. He did look soft. He didn't look soft. He was soft. Mikey Garcia showed up with a dad bottle. Okay, what's going on over here? Like, he didn't look good against Spence either. Like, I have to remind people, Mikey used to fight at featherweight. Okay? And he, like, you know what I mean? So him fighting at welterweight's like, right? Especially with the jump he made. But Mikey Garcia lost. God damn it. I don't know. I don't know. I think Mikey might be done. So, what are you going to do? Fix. Right? Fix. I have a pastor on here saying, very important question to ask. When are you going to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Pastor, when you join my membership, when you join the DStyleBoxing membership here on YouTube, I might. You know what I mean? When you use the that way, you can start to use like the HCP as war and like all this stuff. You know what I mean? You know, emojis and all that. I don't know, brother. I don't know what that has to do with boxing, but all right. To go to St. Spain conquered Mexico once again. This guy. Nadal's the most famous Spanish athlete, is he? I know he's very popular, but I don't know much about Spain. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know a lot about like what about the soccer players over there? You know what I mean? I don't know which part of. Let's find out since you guys asked. What part of Spain is Martin from? And we're all like learning about this dude now. Like where's he from? He's from Spain. Like, you know what I mean? Martin is 20 years old, by the way. Martin looks like a YouTuber, bro. Like, I'm just telling you guys right now, he looks hardcore. There's a YouTuber on there, he looks like him. Like hard, like it's crazy. The Southpaw is from Barcelona. That's where he's from. So he's probably a fan of Barcelona too. He probably hates Real Madrid. Who knows, right? So some people are asking, why did Mikey look so fat today? I don't know, because he didn't prepare the way he should have. That's why. Why was it at a catchweight? Because he wasn't motivated the way he should have been. 28 Boxing Yoda. 28. Did I say 20? I meant 28. So that's where he's from. He's from Barcelona. You know what I mean? And that's where he was born. That's where he lives. That's where he trains. You know what I mean? Look at almost all his fights have been in Spain too. Like he had some, he had one like in Italy and like here, like, you know what I mean? But most of them Spain. Look at this guy fought. Bro, he only fought twice. I think he fought in Switzerland, if I'm correct, and he fought in Spain. I'm sorry, in Italy, and that's it. The first time in the U.S., motherfucker wins and shit. Unbelievable. Now, I will say, I mean, Yigit, who Rowdy Romero just knocked out, has a win over Martin. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So look, Martin obviously is going to be a hero for a lot of YouTubers on here. I know a lot of you love it, right? Like yeah, it's España. Like, you know what I mean? So I get it. You know, like I guess he's going to be he's going to be Sandor El Conquistador Martin. All right. So there's going to be a lot of dudes out here that like can really relate to him a lot. Cool, good for you. But I'm telling you right now, the first good dude he fights is going to knock him out. Just like Giga knocked him out. So I wouldn't get too attached. You know what I mean? Just saying. Like, so it is what it is. So if you want to hang on to him, be proud. I want you to represent him 100%. And we'll see what happens. You know? Boxing, you know, Spain didn't watch this fight, bro. I don't think people in Spain know who he is. Like, they're going to read about it. They'll probably have him fight over there next, right? It'll probably be a bigger name now, but I don't think Spain was up, like, to watch, like, Sandor Martin against Mikey Garcia, like if it's a World Cup or some shit. I don't think they stayed up, okay? I would be shocked. Just saying. So all I'll say is this, right? Okay, cool. He's your guy. You know what I mean? The pro Spanish dudes, like, this is your guy. Sandor Martin represents you. He's your champion. All right? It's all good. Okay, just stick by him, like 100%. All right? Stick by the dude. I want you to represent him 100%. Support him 100%. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Just this is their guy, bro. Like, they finally got somebody. Sandor Martin. Like, you know what I mean? But in all seriousness, there's actually like a little bit of a Spain is, I'll be honest, is a little underrated in terms of boxing. Like, this is where Sergio Martinez was from. Okay? Castanejo was from Spain. Like Spain is, you know, it's had some dudes. It's had its fair share of dudes that were pretty solid. You know? Pretty, like, you know, pretty solid dudes. Now, I understand that Sergio Martinez is from Argentina before somebody tries to correct me, but he lives in Spain. All right. I believe that's where he learned how to box in Spain, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Or at the, like, you know, he definitely, I don't know if that's where he initially took up boxing, but that's where he was training. You know what I mean? Just saying. Where does he live right now? Sergio Martinez. He lives in Madrid. I mean, I wouldn't even be shocked if Sergio Martinez, you know, maybe, you know, show Martin some tricks. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Sergio Martinez, by the way, has been fighting in Spain, actually, speaking of Spain. Okay? Just saying. 46 years old, motherfucker's still fighting. I don't know why, but okay. You know? Let me go to, I wonder if he tweeted about Martin. I wonder if Sergio Martinez said something about Martin. You know what I mean? He hasn't said shit about Martin. Man, Sergio Martinez don't give a damn about. What I mean, it's not even the same. What am I doing? Hold on. That's not even Sergio Martinez, a boxer. What the hell? What the fuck? Some other Sergio Martinez. I guess he's not on Twitter. I don't think he's on Twitter. Well, he is on Twitter. That motherfucker hasn't tweeted since 2011. Never mind. Man, what? I don't know. I don't even know what you mean by that. Oh, man. Well, Central Sun, maybe that's right. Maybe he took up boxing in Argentina, right? But then he definitely moved to Spain to train over there. Then he boxed over there and he kicked off his career over there in Spain. So anyways, guys, Spain finally gets a W after all these years, you know. This is your guy. This is your dude. You know what I mean? Like, represent him 100%. Right? Put those Spanish flags in the chat. It's a W for Spain. All right? Yo, Broderick's like, Mexican hang with the Spanish. Like, yeah, one win in like I don't know how many years. Like I don't know, but it is what it is. Hey, shout out to Spain. You know what I mean? Like, Spain got that W or the V. It's not a W anymore. It's a V, la V. Victoria. Like, you know what I mean? They got the Victoria. Mikey Garcia, it's just he got out by. He got taken to school. Mikey Garcia got taken to school, ladies and gentlemen. Para la escuela. Puerto Rico Ram, of course. I mean, he beat Mikey Garcia. I mean, somebody's going to have some Spanish food. Like that's for sure. They're going to feed him to somebody. I just hope Mikey takes advantage, does a rematch, beats him, puts it behind him, and moves on. Just saying. By the way, I don't want to hear that Robert Garcia spiked his water, okay? I don't want to hear Martin had egg weights in the gloves. I don't want to hear any of that. Just saying. Oh, but you know how those Spaniards are. You know, like I don't want to hear that. Like, at the end of the day, he lost. Hey, Broderick's acting like all Mexicans lost. You know, I don't know, but it is what it is, you know. He probably needed the 12 rounds EC, but I don't know, man. It didn't look to me that he was going to beat him in the 12-round fight either. Al Chido saying Mikey Garcia ya valió verga. Good point, Boxing Yoda. No Hawker Mustang. Then he's going to look like Andy Ruiz, bro. If Mikey Garcia fights at 154, he's going to have the body of Andy Ruiz, okay? And that just doesn't work in the lower weight classes. That was definitely a choking question. It was fireworks. So was this the start of Spain versus Mexican rivalry in boxing? Like, is that what this was? So we're starting to count now, and I find it funny how Broderick's like he wants to start the count now, like it's 1 Spain, 0 Mexico, let's go, right? Like fuck the past. Right now, when it comes to boxing, we're gonna start now. This is the start of a rivalry. Unbelievable. Let me tell you something. I know Chicano. I think it's funny, but I want I just know whenever Martin loses, these dudes are nowhere going to be Broderick's going to be nowhere to be found. You know, so it is what it is. You know, fuck it. Let Spain have a moment. You know what I mean? Spain deserves a moment. You know, remember they had that dude at middleweight, Sylvester, or something like that. He was a middleweight champ. You know what I mean? Like, Spain's a little underrated, man. It's not a powerhouse, but it's a little underrated when it comes to boxing. So shout out to them. You know, Mexico's reign died today. Man, you see what Mikey Garcia's done? Like, goddamn, bro. like The fuck is it? Spain is 3-0. It beat Mexico in football, basketball, and now boxing. Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus Christ. Look at these dudes, bro. Oh, man. They're like so proud and shit. They're gonna start making murals of this dude in Spain and shit. Like, the fuck? You know, shout out to you guys, man. That's what it's all about right there. You know what I mean? Oh man. Anyway. So Mikey lost to Martin. I mean, Martin did his thing. Martin said he's down for the rematch, but hey, he wants it at 140. That's fair, Mikey. You know, get yourself in shape, brother, and avenge that loss or call it a day. You know. So it is what it is, man. Hey, to the winners, go to spoil. Okay, it is what it is. So we have to allow it. We have to give them a pass because they did win. So with that said, guys, I gotta go. Okay, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. All right, this is DStyleBoxing. By the way, I did not enjoy. I thought it was a boring fight, but what are you gonna do? Okay, I'm out. Please, peace out.